A true and faithful relation of what passed for many years between Dr. John Dee and some spirits. 1659, Meric Casaubon. Tuesday, September 11th. Hora 9, Vera. Miste per Dominum Mericum Santagium Secretarium Domini Palatini Seradiensis Literas illis ad Dominum Octavium Spinolam quas Superius descripse sed ubi in idis scripserum qua me here amplexe estis nunc scripte qua me ante paucas dies amplexe estis eo pro quic omne requiem nunc scripse quique requiem etc. ero pro incurabilitur fere propeteum etc. scripst nunc incurabiliter fere eo modo mirabile propitium fore etc. et reliqua omnia scripse ut supra annotave sed tata erant ha 11 d Septemberis illa autem piores for Septemberis tradidit istas literas Americas magnifico domino Spinola jam statum post prandium Caesarea majestatis eo Crastina di postmissum pro responso venir jussit. And did I share from last time? It's, with the prayers ended, he who shall possess it, he who nothing will not possess it, was the thing in the brackets. And that first letter there basically saying who he sent it with. And it's a correction you've esteemed a few days ago. Instead of all the remaining, I've written the remaining, incredibly out above, and delivered the letter. Okay. Sacra. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish much of the others. Wednesday, September 12th. He said by this morning. Maine. So, Wednesday, September 12th, the afternoon, he said this morning when Mericus Sontag went up to the castle for answer from the emperor by the noble Octavius Spinola, he received the effect of this answer, which I required the same Americus to write down with his own hand for sundry respects, which his own handwriting I have annexed ad majorem rei fidem, and because his writing is not easy to be read, I have written it plainer somewhat as followeth. responsum imperatoris per dominum Spinolum, sacra Casaubon majestis benigne intellexit qua dominus Johnsdi per sua majestis condecularium dominum Octavium Spinolum propone curavet ad qua sua majestas gratios fi se resolvit quando quidem Latinum sermonum non omne ex parte exacte caleat praeterea etiam varius eo multiplicibus negocius occupata non semper ad audientium facere posit videre sua majestate ad edem dominus di cum magnifico domino doctor Curtio quia eo sua majestate ab arcanis est consiliis setisc sidus eruditione quoque insigne polit tractare eo negotia sua concredere velit id quod sua majestas parlebato domino conciliario suo Curtio renunciare curabet sin vero secus domino Johanna di videbitur suam majestatem quo modo cunt tandem per occupationes facere poteret desiderio domini di satisfactionarum 1584 12th of September Americus Santagius Manu Praporia Prague D said that which answer both by word of mouth and thus by writing being received by me, the said Americus being by the noble Spinola willed at evening time to bring my answer herein, which I gave him of my great good liking of the same, the most humble thanks to his majesty, and for so wise and gracious his consideration had of the cause I required the same Americus to understand when and how soon Dr. Cuirassius should be made privy of his majesty's pleasure herein, and so after my dispatching of Americus, I endeavored myself to render thanks unto God for his mercies, graces, and truth in these affairs, beseeching him to frame my heart, tongue, and hand in such sort as to his divine majesty my dutiful service doing may be acceptable as chiefly of me intended to his honor and glory, and secondly to the comfort of the godly and elect, and thirdly to the confusion of the proud, arrogant, and scornful enemies of truth and virtue. Amen. And of course the illusion and delusion falls naturally upon those that have made certain things. It's not, quite the same thing as they don't have it, so we're cursing them to have it. Thursday, September 13th, main hora 7, Praga, and the margin says Wednesday, so, yesterday night. I received the noble Octavius Spinola his answer by Americus as concerning my accepting of the emperor his gracious former answer, condescending to my request so much as he conveniently could, which my answer yesterday night late was delivered to the noble Spinola, whereunto he said that my answer would be most acceptable unto the emperor, and that tomorrow, meaning this Thursday, the Honorable Dr. Kurtz should understand the Emperor's pleasure herein. Hereupon I willed Americus to go to the up to the castle and to bring himself in sight of the noble Spinola if he could, thereby to help his memory for warning and information to be given to the said Dr. Kurtz, that so we might come together so soon as conveniently might be. Deo omnis laus honor eo gloria. Amen. And okay, Sacra. And okay, drawing attention to the Latin language, and you know, he wants satisfied in this matter. He understands the Emperor is busy with affairs of the state, and he's just making a proposal. The prayers and all to God, all praise, honor, and glory. Of course, was that last bit we had. But the Thursday, September 13th. Again, normally the tongue because this is my time to eat. Main horum circuitor 9 diced precipus finitus, and the case propounded of the Emperor his answer for dealing with Dr. Kurtz, a man of privy council, faithful, learned, and wise, upon the considerations alleged, are requested of God his pleasure to be signified unto me by some of his faithful and true messengers, whether I shall openly and frankly deal with the doctor so as the Emperor by him may understand that which he should have done at my mouth and hands originally, and whether I may, both alone with the Emperor and before with the said doctor, deal in this action as occasion shall serve from time to time at my discretion, informed by his secret grace divine. Another, I guess, D comment. Well, I mean, it's all written by D, but D's saying, this is my opinion, basically, when he puts that little triangle. Nothing appearing or being heard in a quarter of an hour's space, I suspected some of our misdoings to be the cause of the Lord his refraining to answer, and thereupon I did fall to prayer for mercy and grace and deliverance from the assaults and malicious purposes of the devil against us. And that I did rather because, as I felt my good angel, or another good friend, in virtue, so I felt pelosum sensibly, busy as it were to terrify